Finally, finally, finally with a cooking live. Thank you all for those who have joined me tonight. And here we go. I'm cooking baked seasoned chicken breast, some seasoned rice, and some braised broccoli and butter and garlic. That sounds good to me, but I am so mad. You wanna know why? I went on my lunchtime live today and it completely cut out. YouTube is showing out. I don't understand. I had a good topic to talk about. Usually I don't really be talking too much in my lunchtime lives. Sorry, it's a fly in here. I don't know where it came from. My nephew keep going in and out this house, but it ain't gonna attack me tonight. Anyway, I don't know. Well, getting back to what I was saying, you know how I usually really don't really be saying nothing, and I just give a quick encouraging word and allow everybody else to kind of freestyle in the live and just have fun for 30 minutes. Well, I actually had a topic that I wanted to talk about. And I think I'm going to do a little bit more, but I actually had a topic that I wanted to talk about. And I only got 20 minutes of my live, and 20 seconds of my live, and I'm so upset. For those who missed, I guess, whatever, I was talking about the whole part of rejection. Rejection. So I'm going to be talking about it through my live tonight, if y'all don't mind. I'm going to take y'all along with me. Alrighty. I got my oven. Ooh, I got my oven preheated at 400, because after I braise my seasoned breast, I'm gonna put them in the oven, in the Dutch oven. How's that sound? All right. I got my seasoning going. I got a little bit of it, all of the kitchen sink: oregano, Italian seasoning, soul food seasoning, smoked paprika, chili powder, uh, chicken bouillon, salt, pepper, thyme, all of that. It's in here. So right. I'm gonna first try to dry my chicken breast. Hey Samantha, how are you, girl? I'm cooking seasoned baked chicken breast, some rice and some vegetables, um, some braised broccoli with butter. But I'm doing like a little rub to my chicken breast. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much. If y'all can, please double tap that screen so you can get more people in here. Yes, ma'am. Much needed seat, isn't it? I am cooking some seasoned baked chicken breast, some seasoned rice, and some buttered broccoli. Everything seasoned to the profession. If you ain't seasoned your food, If you ain't sneezing, you ain't seasoning. There you go. Get it out, Janelle. What is it? Hey, Top On. Demon Slayer. What's up, Demon Slayer? Alright, I don't have any gloves and I'm cooking for my family. So, if y'all don't like it, sue me. Y'all ain't gonna get much. Tell you that. Alright, alright, I have 5 chicken breasts here. And I'm gonna make sure they're well seasoned. Well seasoned. I put a little bit of garlic in here too. Now, I had already preheated my oven on 400. Nick Herbert says chicken wing, chicken wing. Okay, we're not playing in here. All right. I'm going to get my skillet heated up. Get my hands a little rinsed. Put a little bit more oil in this pan. In fact, I'm going to wait for, I guess, all the water droplets to leave from out of the pan. But yeah. But like I was saying in the beginning of my live, I was wanting to retouch on some things that I had talked about earlier with rejection. It's okay to be rejected because you know what? It leaves room for opportunity. A lot of people is rejected. Like, I'm being rejected right now. I don't have as many subscribers as I wanted. But you know what? It leaves room for opportunity for other things to happen. I can turn my live into a short. I could turn it into a vlog. And I could carry on with talking about this elsewhere. Being rejected is building character. Everything cannot be all gumdrops and rainbows and sugar plums. That's how you build your thick skin where you know who you want to deal with and you know who you don't want to deal with in life. Like, say if you got rejected, if you didn't get the job you wanted, all that did is leave opportunity for you to gain the job that you wanted later on. Maybe they can give you feedback on why they didn't pick you. Rejection is not all that bad. And people walk around here, oh, I don't get rejected. My face card never declined, or, you know, all this type of stuff. But you get declined in other ways. You get rejected in other ways. It may not be that specific thing, but you get rejected in other things. I didn't let all the water cook out of this pot. And it's sizzling, baby. It's sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Some people might, thank you, Samantha. Some people might be dealing with rejection. That might be something that might take somebody off the edge. Oh, I'm tired of being rejected. Oh, I'm tired of this. And then they go and get surgery, or they go and try to one up the next person instead of being themselves. And they end up making an ass out of assuming. Exactly. Exactly. Samantha, I don't know if everybody can look at your comment, but Samantha says, I got rejected over and over for a promotion at my last job, then ended up being let go. Now my husband and I have the opportunity to run our own business. Thank God for that rejection. Yes. You know how many no's mean one exceptional yes? You don't always have to hear yes all the time. And that's the thing with, excuse me if I'm stepping on toes, with the whole millennial, Gen X and stuff like that. All these newbie individuals, they don't know how to accept the word no. Everything has to be yes. Everything has to be yes. Oh, they didn't like me, so I'm a go and harm myself. You know, or they didn't like me, so I'm gonna go and do something terrible to show my rage. So what? So what? Everything's about pros and cons, wins and losers, even down to the almighty dollar. But you know what? We got to get up, dust ourselves off, dust them knees off, wipe our tears, clear up our battle scars, and keep it moving. Because everybody has the same 24 hours in one day. Well, I don't know, 24 hours is in one day, but everybody got the same 12 hours. Well, yeah, 24 hours is in one day. Lord Jesus, please help my brain. See? Yep. You can do this method and make your own braised or seasoned rotisserie chicken for salads or wraps, anything like that. I'm not cooking it all the way through. I'm just searing it so I can continue cooking it in the oven. And this whole YouTube thing It isn't a rat race. It isn't a rat race for me. Yes, I want to be monetized. Yes, I want followers. Yes, I want subscribers. Yes, I want to make quality content. But I can't take this with me if I was to pass away. I can't do it. Hats off to those who are monetized, those who have a whole bunch of subscribers, followers, things like that. I'll get there one day. You know, it's just not today. But I'll get there. You know, everything isn't a rat race. Everything isn't a rat race. Everybody remember this? Good old granny pan. I'm gonna put my sliced onions in here. And I don't have any stick of butter, so I'm gonna use my margarine. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I let it sizzle for a little bit in my cooking pot. And now I'm putting it in the Dutch oven to finish off. These are some huge chicken breasts. I'll tell you that. And I had already pre-cooked my rice and cleaned it. And it's already over there steamed and ready. Now all I have to do is basically cook my chicken. I wish I was cooking it on top of the stove, but it leaves us more time to talk. And for more time for y'all to leave early. And Samantha, I did not forget. I'm going to cook your dish. I'm going to cook your dish on the weekend. For sure. I just had to cook this and get it up out the way. into this pot right here that I have my chicken seasoning in. Um, I know, chicken. You're not supposed to really put too much water in chicken because chicken makes its own juice. But I don't want my chicken breast to be dry sitting in that oven. So I am going to put a little bit of liquid inside of it with a little bit of chicken bouillon. I really want these brown bits right here. All this flavor. All right. All these brown bits right here, I'm going to try to get them up. You know, they look burnt. Number flavor. So they like deglazing the pan. Sean says, hey, I'm just, yeah. Well, it's just actually starting, Sean. But thank you for joining. Glazing this pan. All right, I'm gonna pour this glaze inside of here. And that goes into my oven. Ooh-wee. This is, excuse me, my margarine. There's garlic in there. And put some chicken bouillon. How was work today? Today, work was okay. Sean, I was a little bit upset because I lost my YouTube footage from today's lunchtime live. I don't know where it went to. Putting garlic powder, onion powder in there. And I was talking about rejection. I'm talking about a little bit of rejection here in the live tonight. But I was going in real deep earlier, and I was really upset. Maybe YouTube was like, damn, she boring. I'm not using fresh broccoli. I'm using this steamed broccoli cuts. I'm going to put some more seasoning in it and set it and forget it for a little bit. Make sure all of it's covered. Yes, Samantha, yes. Thank you. I'm getting salt everywhere. Alright, let's talk about the topic of the night. My 3 people in here. I guess it's about to go down. Sean asks, do I know how to make original banana pudding? Sean, I seen it made. I haven't threw my hand out at making it myself for sure. Hey, Blocks Party Gamer, how are you? I haven't threw my hand about making it because I know you got to start with a custard. And you got to start with a custard instead of pudding. And, you know, use all original things, but I haven't done it. And I don't want to mess it up. Maybe for Thanksgiving, you'll probably see me after I watch a few YouTube videos. I'm about to start a poll on my conversation. And then um, y'all can also answer in the chat and give your own, I guess, idea about, I mean, your own opinions about how you feel about the topic that I put in the poll tonight. Because to me, I've been I guess that person. I only got one person in here, and I'm still going to talk. It's not a problem. Um, to me, I've been rejected a lot. I wasn't a big child, but I was slowly moving up to being chunky, and as I became an adult, I became, big, obese, and as I start putting myself into the working field, I saw how it made a difference in the workplace, how people treated you, how people act. Even the job that I'm in right now, I see it. I see it. I see it. They want to single you out. They want to watch, like if they have a potluck, even though I don't eat from there, it's majority, Caucasian folks with the potlucks and things like that. If you go and you just grab one thing, they're looking at you like with 40 million eyes, like, are you about to fill your plate? 10 feet tall because you're a BBW. No, that's not the case. For number one, I don't trust y'all cooking. I'm going to eat what came in the package. And I got to see you open that package. For number two, I'm not going to eat from just anybody. So, y'all can look at me all y'all want to, but that's just my personal opinion. I've been dealing with this for a long period of time. And I just want to know, have anybody else feel the same way? How important is it? What does it mean to you? Because being rejected for me made me have tough skin. Made me be prepared for anything and everything, because everybody gets rejected. Everybody in their lifetime has a form of rejection. I don't know too much about popularity, because you have to be rejected to gain popularity, I feel. Because you got to learn from how many times you've been rejected to gain your popularity. And sometimes it's just you. Sometimes it's just you. Maybe you got to change your personality. Maybe, being rejected will mess with your mental, for sure. I believe being rejected mess with your self-esteem. It messes with your self-worth, your confidence, and it messes with your personality flaws because you're always on edge if you thinking somebody is saying something wrong to you. I guess nobody's gonna take my little poll test. But I guess I'm gonna be having talks like this all the time. I'm probably gonna be doing it on my lunchtime lives. So I guess I'm not gonna have no viewers on my lunchtime live, for sure. So everybody wanna leave and come back, don't wanna have an engaging conversation. It's cool though. Maybe the delivery that I brought my conversation in on was terribly wrong. I'm not gonna have this camera look at this stove all night. So I'm just waiting for somebody to at least take this poll. How important is popularity to reject versus rejection? And give, I guess, your opinion. What do y'all think about this whole thing? I mean, let's reflect it back to the stars. You know, what do y'all think about this whole situation? I don't even want to talk about them because it's a mess. But this whole, well, I'm going to bring them up. About, I guess, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and JT. I feel that JT don't even have any space to talk. JT needs to go ahead and have several seats. Because her non-reading, illiterate tail got a nerve to come out her mouth and say whatever it is that she got to say about Cardi B moving on from a toxic situation and happen to be happy. And pretty much, I think all these females are mad because we was all waiting for Cardi B to do better. Because for so long, Cardi B has been in a news light as being a wife of an individual who does them wrong, who has side chicks, who entertains other girlfriends and has pregnancies and things like that, and she got tired of it. She got tired of it. Now, I don't blame her. I don't. She got to be an example for both of her daughters. And if she can't help when she left out of her marriage, she can't help how fast she got back in another relationship. It just happened to go quickly. But enough about that dynamic. JT has no room to talk. Does JT really want somebody, anybody, Cardi B, anybody, to sit there and actually go after her? That girl's illiterate. I think she said on somebody's radio station she didn't pass the second grade or something like that. I'm not looking down on anybody who has not gone and graduated, because I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Hold on, let me check on my food. Y'all might leave. I don't care, but I'm gonna still talk. Alright, this is how I want it. The broccoli to look sort of like cooked, sort of like fried, burnt a little bit. That gives flavor. But hold on one moment. I'm gonna finish this, get this off the eye, and I'm gonna come back and talk. Yep, as expected, I lost all my viewers. But getting back to what I was saying, that girl don't have no room to talk. I'm not hating on anybody who has not passed school or anything like that, because I'm a recipient of a GED. And I don't care. I ain't sitting here telling all my business, but, I encourage education. For sure, I encourage education. But that girl sat up there and said on a radio station she did not pass, I think, either the second or the third grade or something like that. And you got the room to sit around and try to joke somebody. I don't know. Was it? I don't say I don't believe. I think she graduated from high school, and she chose to be a stripper. And then she went on Love and Hip Hop and turned that shit around. Now she one of the top #1 rappers right now. And she got all these daggers coming against her. I ain't mad at Cardi B. I'm not mad at her at all. But how many? Yes, Nicki Minaj, she was on top. But how? At what cost? At what cost? Like, I don't understand. And then are they referring back to the whole? Well, shoot. I can refer Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's beef to back in the day when I used to, well, I still listen to rap, to Foxy Brown and Little Kim beef. You know what I mean? Foxy was with the Firm. Foxy was with and then from the Firm, well, she was always fucking with, excuse my language, she was always messing with Big. And here come Lil' Kim messing with Big. And I guess that started the whole beef or whatever. Forgive me if I'm missing out some things. But that almost remind me to when in my time, of the whole Foxy Brown, Little Kim beef. But now I'm like seeing this in real time, and it's like y'all throwing the kids into the mix. You know, she talking about she gonna kick the girl daughter in the mouth. Cardi B has no reason to sit around and talk about people's kids. But an eye for an eye. If you gonna sit there and talk about somebody's kids, you gonna get guns blazing. You gonna get knives thrown at you. Probably figuratively, probably literally. You never know. But you don't go and talk about people's kids. So from what I read, she said she was gonna kick the girl daughter in the mouth, or she hopes she dies, some mess like that. You don't talk about people's kids. You don't wish death on people's kids. You don't do that. And she got all these haters and all this type of stuff around her. That means she's a blessed individual. Everybody want to see people do bad. They're so used to seeing, oh, she down bad, she down bad, she down bad, she down bad. Another quote from, I don't even want to call that girl that, but that's a quote from her song that somebody wrote for her. Well, all these girls got people writing for them. But from what I seen, Cardi B rebuttal saying that Nicki Minaj's son is mute. That she did drugs with him while she was pregnant and all this type of stuff. That's assumptions. You're telling a grown lady what you gonna do to her child. Okay, I'm gonna put myself in the mix, just as an example. If somebody say, "Oh, my son is mute because I did drugs," that's an assumption. That's either here or there. I could have been doing drugs, or I couldn't have been doing drugs. Who's gonna know if I did it? I could say, "Oh, you lying, this, that, and the third," get mad. Yeah. But when you come out and say you're gonna harm somebody's child, this stupid individual says she's gonna kick that girl daughter in the mouth. If I was Cardi B, I would get all my lawyer team lawyered up. I would take, what's that song, Pink Friday? I would take all the rights of Pink Friday. I would take Queen. I would take all of that. Yeah, I dabbled in a little bit of Nicki Minaj, but I'm not a favorite of her because she's too cocky. Like, somebody need to bring her down a notch. We waited all this long for Cardi B to come out with an album, and now you want to say you want to kick the girl's daughter in the mouth? You mad because she got one up? You sitting up there laying, this girl is laying with a child molester. A known child molester. But then you want to call this girl a bum because she ain't down bad no more? And Little Miss around the way, or pass around, want to sit around and talk about her new dude, calling him gay and stuff like that? How would you know if he's gay? Because he ain't holler at you? You got a manufactured body. First thing, from what I remember, Cardi B threw you a bone. Because when y'all first was coming out, what first song that came out of y'all repertoire? And you happen to, JT happened to be locked up. First song that came out of y'all repertoire that got y'all a hit was from Cardi B. A Cardi B feature, but you sit around want to sit there and say call her all out her name and stuff like this. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy as all get out. Everybody was rocking to was that twerk song. She was the cause of, what's her name? The one that was messing with Diddy. She gave money to put on JT Books. Basically, rapper beefs used to be harmless fun. Yes. I want to say it started getting really bad. I want to say with the whole, my opinion, I don't know too much of like the 80s and the early rap, in the 70s. But I mean, yes, I was born in that era. But from the 90s all the way up, I believe it started with the whole Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. I love them both dearly, and I still rock their music, trust and believe, hard. But I believe, they didn't really have no beef. They had a big misunderstanding due to Diddy. I think Diddy had played a huge role in the death of Notorious B.I.G. That's just my opinion, because in both of the movies, I'm not basing my opinion off both of the movies. Also from research, because Biggie is one of my favorite, well, the top #1 favorite rapper of my repertoire. Of research, him and Tupac were friends. Him and Tupac were friends before the supposed beef had happened. And even during the beef, they was checking with each other. Man, why you got beef? This, down the third. They don't know why. They was shooting at each other and did not know why. He slept with Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, behind hearsay, by assumptions. Man. And then the whole Nas and Jay-Z beef. That's the second biggest one. If y'all know any more other beefs, let me know in the chat. But that's the second one I know of demand of right now that is almost up there with the Notorious B.I.G. and the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac is the Nas and Jay-Z beef. I want to say their beef was handled more or less of, they kept it in the booth. They kept it in the booth. As far as I know, they kept it in the booth. And Nas blew it out the water. As far as you said, Samantha Miller says Diddy for sure played a role in starting that beef. Yes, for sure. For sure. I believe that Diddy was jealous of Biggie's success. Even though he had he was a producer, he was jealous of Biggie's talent. Biggie's je ne sais quoi of pulling in the masses. So he used Biggie's star like capabilities against him. Biggie seemed like he was a charmer. He was a good person. He was a good time. And so was Tupac. Tupac seemed like he was a good time and liked to have, he was the life of the party and everything like that. From what I seen in the movies, from what I seen and like behind the scene clips and things like that, he seemed like he was a good person too. I really think that dude was jealous of both of them. He was jealous of both of them, and he, from what I hear, also he tried to start with what's you call it, Dr. Dre and them, but they won't try to hear it. But this all boils down to, well, it was the Biggie Tupac beef, the Nas Jay-Z beef. Now for me, well, I want to say, yeah, the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. That was funny. That was hilarious. He's still dragging it on to this day. When I heard that song on his album, I guess his Secret League album that he put out, I guess it was a whole diss album against Drake. Like every song was a diss song. When I heard Not Like Us, I was on my way to work with my husband, because I don't drive. And we were sitting up there listening, and he was like, yeah, Drake dropped a new song. Not Drake, but Kendrick dropped a new song. I was, he started playing it. I was like, oh, he gonna cause some trouble with that. I like that. He gonna cause some trouble with it. And lo and behold, he caused so much trouble with that album, with that song. So much trouble. Well, this dude went and sued Drake. Well, he ain't sued Drake. He sued the record label. I just think I don't even want to call him, I'm going to call him a cat. That's the clean word of what I want to call him, a cat. When Drake came out, I listened to his songs. I still listen to his songs. But I just think that outside of what made Kendrick, I guess, snap off like that, I guess he was talking too much trash. Samantha Miller says, I used to listen to Drake's mixtapes before they blew up. Stop following the pedo after he did Wayne dirty. Oh. From what I heard, like, I heard he was going out. That's just my assumption. Well, I don't want to put rumors out, but my assumption is I heard he was trying to holler. What? You don't put that nasty cigarette near my food.
No, I'm not. I'm putting it on the eye because my lighter is on.
Where's your lighter at?
It's done. It's done with it.
Oh. I heard that dude was trying to holler at Lotto's sister. That's what I heard. And she's way younger then Lotto, and he tried to holler at her. That's when I started finding out that he was, and then I heard that he also liked young kids. Samantha says, "Yep." That's what I heard. I didn't know how true it was, but I heard Lotto saying some mess like that. That yeah, he was trying to holler at my sister. And I was like, she said that he was weird or whatever. Samantha says, "Yup." See, I don't like, I want to get into talking about gossip, but I ain't no type of gossip person. I can get into gossip. I can talk like this, but I don't know. I might be opening up a can of worms I don't know about. Boop, 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 boop. But this is, after all three of those, this is the second rap beat. Now, Cardi on like literally put her song, a song on her album to Bia, cause she said something about her daughter. But why they keep trying to come for her daughter, I don't know. I don't know why. That girl's daughter is beautiful, and she's gonna grow up to be beautiful. She got a beautiful mom, a beautiful auntie, and her dad. I don't know about her dad. Her dad look, I don't know. And I'm not saying that because I'm married. I don't know. Maybe in certain lights or something like that, he's attractive, to some people. But to me, Hey Mary, how are you? What's going on with you, love? Take the poll. How important is popularity versus rejection? Yes is for popularity. No is for rejection. Samantha says, first, I'm hearing about this Cardi beef. You never heard about the Cardi beef? It's going on about a month now that Cardi B has a beef. I'm great. I made some seasoned baked chicken with some braised broccoli and some seasoned rice. Not like Mexican season. I just put seasoning in it. But Samantha Miller says this is the first time that she's hearing about the Cardi B beef. Yeah. Look it up on the internet. It's real big. Look, matter of fact, look it up on YouTube. Hey. JT from City Girls. I like I said, I probably hummed some Nicki Minaj songs. I probably played a few Nicki Minaj songs, but I was in the cusp of when CDs came out. I was in the era of records, cassette tapes, disc, LimeWire. Let me know if anybody was privy to LimeWire. And then, matter of fact, LimeWire and Napster. Anybody know that? LimeWire, yes, where you can go up there and get the whole album for free. Free 99. And then it was Napster. Yup. Then you get the burnt CD. You write down all the songs you put up there. You came up with your own playlist. But with the tapes, you got to cut it off real fast after you record the song that you want from off the radio. What? You about to mess up another cup. About to mess up another cup. You better wash it out. My day is going good, Mary. What? You know those are dirty. No, they're not clean. I put all the clean ones in the cabinet. What are you looking for? There's a spoon inside there.
Where?
Inside of there, you just gotta dig through it. And you better wash it off, little dude. How was your day, Mary? Or you got one of those little powder drinks? Getting back, well, I'm skipping topics after I was interrupted. But you go on LimeWire, you get the whole album, and don't tell me if you go to, I think it was like to Walgreens, Walmart, or something, and pay 99 cents, or sometimes you got somebody that go in there and take the CD that gives you free internet for a whole week or something like that. There's Walmart or Walgreens or the AOL. You go get one of them CDs if you ain't got like the MCI or the Sprint or Verizon or the telephone service to have your internet go. You put the little CD in. I used to beg my mom for one of those CDs all the time. I gotta get along. I got this CD. You gotta get the CD anyway. Nevertheless, listen to that, all that, and turn it on LimeWire. It got the little caution sign up there. Burning CDs is against the law. Not burning CDs. Taking music? Some mess is against the law, and they used to have that mess on the news. We prosecute for people burning CDs. It's illegal. Samantha says road trips our old caravan had tape cassette players, and having to rewind the tape afterwards was always my job. So you didn't have a rewind button. And it took, I want to say, the longer the tape was, like as many songs as the artist had came out, is the longer you rewind that tape. And you don't want to rewind it too much because it start getting eat up. When it stop for no reason, you be like, why I start rewinding? You pull it out, you pull the tape out, all the cassette tape is all hanging out of the tape. out of the cassette tape. I'd be so mad. You could not be on the phone. Be like, somebody on the phone. All you heard was, and then they'll kick you off. But then you go to the store, you steal them CDs. If you didn't, I ain't steal. I had friends that stole. Um, um, and get those AOL CDs from out of Walmart, Walgreens, or something, and it'll give you, I guess, free access to AOL or something that's like that. I guess dial up. And used to go on LimeWire and steal the CD, steal the music. But I don't know why I went on those, I guess, back in the day a little bit, as much as I can remember. I didn't even have that chick CD. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. But I listened to her songs. I burned her music. And I guess it was popular, so that's why I burned her music. But she didn't even give me the liberty of wanting to actually buy her album, or actually wanting to go see her or go to a concert or waste my time or anything on that girl, because she just was so rude, so arrogant, so whatever. And I never liked her really too much as an artist. Yes, she had #1 music. Yes, she had hits for people who wanted to listen to her. But, I mean, to me, in my honesty, she can't top Cardi B. Point simple and blank. And she dead wrong for sitting there talking about people kids, because she the one that started talking about people kids first. And in all honesty, in her defense, she taking the high road. She really taking the high road, because she can literally she can literally go and be combative. She can literally go, once she dropped that baby, Mary, I'm not going to keep saying hi to you. Hi, how are you? Mary, Cardi, once she dropped that baby, she could literally go reach out and touch somebody. To me, she seemed like she taking a high road, because she in a happy space right now. She not letting all this bull crap phase her, but she is, being who she is. Cardi B is funny. I want to say she's funny, petty, sarcastically petty. And even when she was on Instagram, I used to catch her Instagram reels, or when she used to go Instagram live, I used to catch them, and she was hilarious. Like, she was funny. I could see why she had so many viewers. I sat here and almost talked for an hour, but I'm gonna check on that chicken. Hold on. I would understand if somebody would leave. Hey, y'all look at my chicken. Love finding old CD albums in the thrift store. I miss the little pamphlets that would be in the CD case that you would get, and you can't figure out how to get them back in perfectly. Exactly. Or you make a whole collage of them. If you can't fit them back in your CD case, you make a collage of them on your wall, like posters. This chicken is breaking apart. That's how tender it is. But go ahead and plate so I can get y'all going. I think I overcooked this rice. I sure did. It's a weeknight meal. Alright. Oh my gosh, this chicken is so tender. Alright, that's my seasoned chicken. Braised broccoli and seasoned rice. Alright. That's it for dinner for tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get off alive because it's already 9:35. And thank you so much, Samantha, for being with me waiting for the finished result. And if you can, join my lunchtime live tomorrow at 12:45. And watch all my other videos and vlogs and lives. And if you can, share the love. Share it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I always answer all my comments. And if you can, remember, if anybody has not told you that they love you, remember, it still does, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You have a good evening, peace, and blessings.